Hello YouTubers and PPV owners. If you own a PPV, a people powered vehicle from the 70s, it's a good idea to keep an eye on that chain, keep that main chain lubricated, because that is the biggest source of drag when you're riding these things. And keep an eye on the tensioner. If that tensioner spring gets all the way compressed to where it's not holding any tension on the chain and the chain is starting to get floppy, it's time to replace the chain. Because if the chain tensioner can't hold any tensions because the chain has gotten longer through wear, and it's a good idea to replace it so it doesn't wear out your sprockets prematurely. Also replace it if it's rusty, if it's just not free and moving loosely, just replace it. They're not that expensive. This is a worn PPV chain on top and the new Schwinn chain on the bottom. I've lined up the links and laid them out on a board as far as I could. And I want to show the difference in how much the original chain is worn. So if they start out aligned, by the time we get about 2/3 of the way down the chain, because down here I run out of room to run them out straight, but 2/3 of the way down, they're off by a half a link. That's 1/4 of an inch of what they call stretch. That's actually, each pin is worn just a little bit and allowed the chain to be a half a link longer, actually a little better than half a link longer over its overall length. So it won't engage with the sprockets as well, and it does put drag on pedaling. Plus this chain is very sticky, so a nice fresh new clean chain. Let's keep it lightly oiled compared to this sluggish chain, which I've lubricated with silicone penetrating oil. It's just not coming back. It is 206 1/2 links in length, at least the one on my PPV, because it used a half link as a joiner. So it's 206 links plus a half link joiner. Okay, I've installed the new chain, but since I didn't have a half link, I went slightly longer. I went 207 links instead of 206 1/2, so that'd be 207 plus the master link. So anyway, I went slightly longer. I lined it all up and decided where to cut it. And the problem was this tensioner wouldn't go tight enough. It was still bottoming out on the spring. So I moved one end of the spring out of the hole. There's a little hole there that was plugged into. I took it out and I just hooked it on top of the bar. And now I've got good tension, normal tension again. And it runs really smooth. I used 2 of these Schwinn chains. They're actually 113 links plus a master link, so 114 altogether if you count it that way. And this is the section I cut off. So it's always best to get it all in place, hook it up, pull it together, measure it, decide where to cut, measure twice, cut once, and at least that would be a guide for how many links of chain to buy.